You look at your dog and see a wolf. You think they crave raw bloody meat above all else. You are only 50% right. While dogs share 99.9% of their DNA with wolves, that 0.1% difference changed everything. It happened in their stomach. The wolf is a strict carnivore. The dog is a scavenging carnivore, or a facultative omnivore. To understand what they shuantai to eat, we must look at where they evolved. The human garbage dump. Let's analyze the urban stray. In India and Mexico, free-ranging dogs, village dogs, make up the majority of the world's dog population. Scientific analysis of their stomach contents reveals a diet that is 80% carbohydrates. Rice, bread, and rotting leftovers. Do they hunt? Yes, but rarely. Rats are fast and bite back. Trash is slow and abundant. Dogs follow the path of least resistance. Now for the ugly truth, Coprophagia, eating feces. It is repulsive to us, but biologically, it is a survival strategy. In the wild, high-quality protein is rare. Feces from humans or herbivores contain vitamin B and undigested food. It is second-hand nutrition. Compare this to the wolf. Wolves feast on ungulates, deer, moose. They eat the liver and heart first, the nutrient bombs. Why can dogs eat bread but wolves cannot? The answer is the AMY2B gene. Wolves have 2 copies of this gene. Modern dogs have between 4 and 30 copies. Their pancreas is a starch processing machine. Now, let's look at the domestic dog. Their palate is driven by 3 things: smell, fat, and sugar. Unlike cats, who are sweet blind, dogs have fully functional sweet receptors. They love fruit, berries, and unfortunately donuts, but smell is king. A dog has 300 million olfactory receptors. Humans have 6 million. 40% of a dog's brain is dedicated to analyzing scent. They don't just smell stew. They smell carrots, beef, pepper, and the pot it was cooked in separately. This is why they prefer rotting smells. To a human, cadaverine rot smell is gross. To a dog, it is a high-protein signal. Pet food companies exploit this. Dry kibble is coated in digest, a liquid slurry of hydrolyzed animal fat. Fat is the #1 driver of palatability. If you want a dog to eat cardboard, dip it in bacon grease. They will eat it. Temperature matters. Warm food, 101 degrees Fahrenheit, releases volatile aroma molecules. Cold food has no smell, therefore no taste. A wet nose helps capture scent particles. When a dog licks its nose while looking at food, it is resetting the sensor. Neophilia. Unlike cats who fear new foods, neophobia, dogs generally love new foods, neophilia. They are variety seekers. This curiosity can be deadly because they are scavengers. They eat first and ask questions later. Theobromine chocolate. Dogs metabolize it slowly. It causes heart arrhythmias. Dark chocolate is the real killer. Grapes and raisins. The toxin causes acute kidney failure. The exact mechanism is still a mystery, but the result is fatal. Xylitol, birch sugar found in gum and peanut butter. It tricks the dog's body into releasing massive amounts of insulin. Bones. In the wild, wolves eat raw bones. In the home, cooked bones are shrapnel. The acid bath. A dog's stomach pH is 1 to 2. It can dissolve raw bone and kill salmonella. Digestion speed. Dogs digest food in 8 to 10 hours. Humans take 24 plus hours. It is a short pipe, designed for rapid processing. Gorging behavior. Wolves can eat 20 pounds of meat in one sitting. Dogs retain this feast or famine instinct. This is why Labradors never feel full. A genetic mutation in the POMC gene prevents their brain from turning off the hunger signal. Contra-freeloading. Surprisingly, dogs prefer to work for food. It stimulates the predatory circuit in the brain. Social facilitation. Dogs eat faster and more when other dogs are present. It is competitive eating. Speed eating kills. Gastric dilatation, volvulus bloat. The stomach flips, cutting off blood supply. Slow feeders and snuffle mats mimic foraging. They force the dog to use its nose and brain, reducing bloat risk. The raw food debate. Biologically appropriate. Yes, microbiologically safe. It depends on the source. Kibble is sterile but dry. It has 10% moisture. Prey has 70% moisture. Chronic dehydration affects kidneys less in dogs than cats, but it still strains the system. The kibble cleans teeth myth. Most dogs swallow kibble whole. It provides 0 abrasion. Raw meaty bones act as a natural toothbrush. The shearing action scrapes tartar. Green tripe stomach lining, the ultimate superfood. It smells like death to us, but is full of probiotics and enzymes. Fermented vegetables. Because dogs have a shorter gut, they cannot digest raw leafy greens well. Fermentation pre-digests them. Wolves eat the stomach contents of prey, fermented grass. This is how they get phytonutrients. Eggs, the perfect protein, highly digestible. Shell membrane contains natural joint support, collagen, glucosamine, fish oil, omega-3. Dogs cannot convert plant-based omega-3 flax efficiently. They need EPI from fish. Reading the label, chicken implies water weight. Chicken meal is dehydrated protein. Meal is not bad, it is concentrated. Grain-free panic. Substituting grains for pasta lentils has been linked to DCM heart disease in some dogs due to taurine blocking. Rotational feeding. Feeding the same food for 10 years creates intolerances. The gut biome needs diversity. Begging behavior. It is not always hunger. It is resource guarding or boredom. Training treats. Use high-value cheese liver for hard tasks. Low-value kibble for easy tasks. Blueberries, an antioxidant powerhouse. Yes, dogs can eat them. Excellent for senior dog brains. Garlic. Controversy. Toxic in massive doses, but traditionally used in tiny doses for fleas. Proceed with caution. Eating grass. Why? Not always for vomiting. Sometimes they just like the taste or need fiber. The Microbiome Project. Studies show dogs living in cities have different gut bacteria than rural dogs. The iron stomach myth. Dogs get food poisoning too. They just vomit easier to expel it. Hydration test. Lift the skin on the back of the neck. If it stays up, the dog is dehydrated. Filtered water. Dogs are sensitive to chlorine and heavy metals in tap water. Bowl material, plastic harbors bacteria. Chin acne, stainless steel or ceramic is best. Elevated bowls, good for arthritis but controversial for bloat. Generally, floor feeding is more natural. Senior diet. They need way more protein to prevent muscle wasting, not less. The low protein for seniors myth is outdated. Puppy diet. Calcium-phosphorus ratio is critical. Too much calcium causes bone deformities in large breeds. Byproducts. It sounds gross, but organs, liver, kidney, spleen are the most nutritious parts. Byproduct is not necessarily bad. However, feather meal or hooves are low-quality binders. Digestibility matters. Anthropomorphism. We feed dogs what tomboy like, but dogs prefer the smell of tripe over the smell of lavender. Table scraps. Not inherently bad, but high-fat salt is the issue. Plain chicken? Yes. Pizza crust? No. Obesity. 56% of dogs are overweight. It shortens life by 2.5 years. The measuring cup lie. Cups are volume, not calories. Weigh your food. The eyes. Dogs have evolved a specific muscle levator anguli oculi medialis to make puppy eyes to beg for food. Wolves do not have this muscle. It is a specific adaptation to hijack the human brain. Hand feeding builds a bond and slows down eating. Licking mats. Licking releases endorphins and soothes anxiety. Peanut butter or yogurt. Frozen food. Good for teething puppies and cooling down in summer. Pumpkin, the regulator. Soluble fiber helps both diarrhea and constipation. Yogurt, kefir. Good probiotics, but check for sugar xylitol. Bone broth. The ultimate hydration booster and joint support. Easy to make. Scent games. Find it. Hiding food forces the dog to use its nose, burning mental energy. Grass seeds. A danger of foraging. Foxtails can burrow into the gums and travel to the brain. Wild mushrooms. Unlike cats, dogs will eat random mushrooms. Many are fatal liver toxins. Activated charcoal. Every owner should have this. It binds toxins if eaten quickly, inducing vomiting, hydrogen peroxide. Only do this if instructed by a vet, not for sharp objects. Poop analysis. Firm and small thigh absorption raw. Large and soft. Funda low absorption, high carb. The natural label. It is a marketing term with no legal definition. Organic is regulated. The wolf myth. Feed them like a wolf, but a chihuahua is not a wolf. Their microbiome has changed. Metabolic energy. A working sled dog needs 10,000 calories. Your couch dog needs 500. Air-dried treats. The middle ground between raw and kibble. Safe and nutrient-dense. Storage. Kibble fats go rancid once the bag is opened. Keep it in an airtight container. Use within 30 days. Washing the bowl. Biofilm slime builds up daily. It harbors bacteria. Toppers. Adding an egg, sardines, or steamed broccoli to kibble. increases health outcomes significantly, tail wagging while eating. A sign of high happiness or resource guarding anxiety. Context matters. Free feeding versus scheduled feeding. Free feeding leads to obesity and hides loss of appetite. A key illness sign. The nose work. When a dog refuses food, check the nose. If they can't smell, they won't eat. Dental disease. The #1 health issue. If the mouth hurts, they stop eating or swallow whole. Brushing. Yes, you need to brush your dog's teeth. Enzymes in toothpaste help. Antlers. Too hard. They can crack teeth. Yak chews. Better. Sensitive stomachs, often caused by chicken allergies or low-quality fat. Hypoallergenic food. Hydrolyzed protein is broken down so small the immune system can't detect it. The rotation diet. Don't let their immune system get bored or sensitized to one protein. Wolves eat fruit. In summer, wolves eat berries. Dogs are not breaking rules by liking sweets. The kitchen is the lab. You control the inputs. You control the house. Nutrition is the foundation of behavior. A gut in pain leads to an anxiously aggressive brain. Athletic dogs, they need fat for fuel, not just protein. Fat is the premium diesel. Resting dogs, they need lean protein and fiber to feel full without gaining weight. The scoop, pick it up. It spreads parasites, hookworms to parvo. Shared bowls, a vector for papillomavirus and kennel cough. High-value jackpot. When they do something amazing, recall, give them a jackpot. Handful of treats. Sniffaris. Let them sniff on walks. It is mental food. The twilight years appetite fades, warm, smelly. Soft food helps seniors keep eating. Hand feeding the old. A final act of love. From the first wolf who ate a scrap to the dog on your rug. The diet changed the species. The bowl is a contract. You provide. They protect or cuddle. Don't feed the wolf, feed the dog. Thank you for watching. Feed with love and science.